All right, my friends, the best penny stocks to buy now. I have an update for you in this video on those penny stocks, many of them the same, but with some new movements. So I'll give some recaps on those. Plus, I have a new one for you and also one that I bumped off the list just because it sort of made its move already. And we're just going to have to wait for that next time that it rolls around. But I think that you're going to love its replacement. If you want to see further analyses and find out which ones I am trading, you can find the link for the Discord down in the description. Sign up using the earner tier and the code word doctor to save 50% off your first month. And let's get into the charts on this. So here we go. So just a quick recap on the Qs here. That's this one actually. There we go. QQQ daily chart. Look at this. I said on Friday, let's not be overly bearish on this. Watch for support at the 13. If we dip below it, then maybe we'll consider it. Today we got a nice old rip, almost 1.4% up today. That was incredible. Moving over to SPY, almost getting 1% on that. Now, mind you, we do have the Fed meeting coming up on Wednesday. That could make the next day or two a little bit messy for us. Then we're going to have to replan based on what we see in the summary of economic projections and what we hear from Jerome Powell. So over to IWM. For this one, the inverse head and shoulders have been talking about for, I don't know, about 2 weeks or so now, talking about this inverse head and shoulders. We made it back up to that neckline. We have a nice old indecisive candle on this, and it could be, even lining up with what we see with crypto, that the risk assets may actually really have their time to shine. Hopefully we get a dovish Fed. With that said, let's get over into those penny stocks, the best penny stocks to buy now. So this one, actually, let's go to this one, REKR. This one I bumped off the list because I've been covering this one, I think, since May the 20th, and we've had that pop. We hit the price target, and the price started trailing down. Although I will tell you, we still are up in bullish territory for momentum for the RSI on the daily chart. We are seeing some pressure down below the 5 and the 13. Not necessarily great for us, but we are down below the 50. We did currently lose the 200 EMA that's also on here as well, but that does look a little bit, just a tiny bit, like a descending wedge. Maybe this thing moves again, but for right now, we'll come back to it. I took it off the list of the best penny stocks to buy now after we made that rampant rise. We caught this thing down around $1, I believe it was, maybe just south of $1, rode it all the way up 60%, and then cashed out with that one. Actually, I think I still hold, I have a sold call against 100 shares of it. That's what's still in my portfolio right now for my trading account. So getting into AREC, there we go. This one popped up today, hit that $1.04 that I was looking for. We have the 13 over the 50. We also have the 5 over the 200. Maybe this one keeps on climbing. For right now, this one was up about 30% since the swing trade that I took on it. I did get stopped out just north of 20% profit on that one. It was a play that I shared over at the Discord. Like I said, the link's down in the description. This one could still have some legs to it. Even though I got stopped out, we do have to watch for that selling pressure. It would be nice to sit on top of $1.04. I would like to see where we find support on this, but I will tell you, for those moving averages, the fact that we have the 5 over the 200, that's this green crossing up over the blue, that's a bullish thing. The yellow over the red, also bullish. Yellow over blue is going to be incredible. Red over blue is the next one. This one, AREC, which you can see the ticker there in the background. I have that up there for you for your viewing pleasure. Plus, you can see that it's on the one-day chart here. This one still has potentially some room to run up from where it's at right now, even though I got stopped out in my swing position with that 20% profit. Moving into the next one, this is a new addition to the list, DDD, 3D Systems Corporation. Now look here, because I said this before for PACB, which I'll talk about next. I also talked about it for Beam, that we need to have that 50 EMA as support. We have the 5 over the 13, which is good for momentum. The RSI also crossing up over 50, and we also have some decent volume into today. We might retest down at the 5. We're going to have to watch and see. The big thing is that we want to sit on top of this red 50 EMA right here as support for that next push up. And this thing could put up another 50% for us. Maybe we move up to that 280 or even that 302 line that I have up here, if this move can really keep on going with its momentum. So 3D Systems, DDD, the ticker's there in the background for you. That is absolutely one that I added to my list today. 15.48% up today. Probably not done running. Now, PacBio, I cut, probably too tired too soon to watch this one take off. And man, oh man, this one cashed out last week, still significantly up. This one, however, man, did it catch a run today up above the 50, which it had as support. We have the 5 over the 50, the 13 nearly crossed the 50, really blasting off of that $1.16 resistance that we were hanging around for a while. Couldn't get over it for a couple of days that I was covering this. And then finally, we sat on top of it and blast off today. Need to have the 50 EMA as support, and we absolutely do have it as support. That volume move, this thing could move up to that 200-day, right around $1.75. QSI, man, the quantum stocks are hot right now. This one coming off of support for this consolidation pattern that it's in right now. We do have to watch out for the quantum stocks because a lot of the bigger ones by market cap are already kind of up there right now, and this one lagging behind a little bit, but it could absolutely still hit over that $2 price tag, pushing up to about 224 to 226 if we can break this top line for resistance here. We did not get convincing volume today for QSI, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't hit its stride. We should absolutely keep looking at this one. Watch for breaking $1.81. We need to break that resistance and this trend line resistance. You can see those top 2 wicks there and the selling pressure that we got on that last breakout. But if we can sit back on top of $1.81 and break this trend line, like I said, this one could push back up to about $2.25. We'll go right in between these 2 resistance lines that are up here. BBAI, Big Bear AI. Once again, tickers in the background there for you if you want to pause it and write it down. Big old move on volume today, bouncing off that 50 EMA support. I said we were still on top of that. I still liked it. That's a very good thing to see. If we put up the simple moving averages, that put us back up on top of the 20, which is perfect. Now, if we stay above the 20, we can revert back to that. We do have to watch resistance from that bull channel that we were in before. We also have resistance at 425 and then 479. This one could absolutely keep on moving if the market can hold strength. I'll talk about market bias towards the end of this. And then Ocugen, for the best penny stocks to buy now. This one, I expect to have some weakness. I want to see that pull back to $1. I want to see some cooling of the RSI, and I think that this one could really put in some outperformance for us, and I want to watch that. We got really close to this trend line that's up here, and I can probably refine that a little bit because when you put it on a higher time frame chart, there we go. It does mess it up just a little bit. Not really mess up so much as you don't get the same accuracy as when you drop it down to those lower period charts, such as the 1-day charts that I have on here. So next day over, that puts us at about $1.39. That's just that where that resistance line is right there, and it is descending for that trend line. So somewhere south of $1.40 is likely we're going to find that resistance. We want to look for that support at $1 if we retrace that far, and we absolutely could retrace that far. We've been significantly overbought as per the RSI. The volumes are still cooking on this thing, so there's still some contention over it. Like I said, push back to $1, and then maybe I consider jumping back in. This was also another win for us over at the Discord. So guys, the Discord, link in the description. There's thousands of members over there already. I'm one of the panel experts. There's a whole team of us supporting people towards building alpha in their portfolio or chasing down financial freedom. And there's also that community that supports each other as well. And on top of that, you also have the bread bot, which can tell you when the big moves are coming up or down to your favorite plays. Also the advanced charting tools and AI tools. Live trading, which I might be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. I think, joining StockMo in those live trades with 0 DTEs. That's pretty cool to check out if you guys are stock market cowboys like I am and like to really dig into that risk. I didn't really think that was true about myself, but the more I think about it, the more I check out the way that I trade, I really do enjoy that risk. There's something that makes me feel alive with it. So anyway, over in the Discord, you can find all that. The link's in the description for it. Make sure you use code word doctor. Make sure you sign up for that earner tier so that it all works out for you. You get unrestricted access to everything that the community has access to when you use that earner tier. Like I said, that 50% off your first month, less than $1 a day. Try it out, see what you think. I think you're going to love absolutely everything that you find over there, including the community. They are top notch. And if you guys want to know technicals better or at all, or if you really want to know how to use it technical trading, such as through the bread recipe trading strategy like I use, super easy to set up, easy to follow, and man, oh man, is it powerful. The link for that coursework through StockMo Academy is a personal friend of mine. I've known him for the past 17 years. He's like a brother to me. And we're also educators on top of the finance stuff that we do. And I'll tell you what, the coursework that he and Mrs. Mo put together are top notch. It's why I endorse it here. There's also an options course that can tell you really how to capitalize on those moves when they come along and really get those outsized gains. The links are down in the description for StockMo Academy. Click on it, sign up For the courses using the code word doctor, the best way to save is by bundling the 2 courses and using the code word doctor. Then you get a double discount, a discount from bundling and the discount from the code word doctor. It's going to be the maximum savings that you'll get for that, and it can pay back in dividends with what you put into it through the knowledge that you gain for technical analysis trading, and how to trade using options. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of these penny stocks down in the description. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.